from many the 30-yard line. Jones up, hit by Granderson, intercepted on the ricochet. That's Matthew for 6.
Oh, Bill Belichick going to the bullpen here. I know it's only baseball postseason, so apropos, Mac Jones is going to the bench.
Outside the 30, flips it back. Stanford van nowhere in sight.
Uh-oh.
It's picked off. Uh-oh. Oh, no.
Unbelievable.
In just a few seasons, the Patriots have collapsed, going from double dynasty to massive calamity. Their Tower of Lombardies has toppled over, and only the dust remains. How did it come to this? In this video, we're going to explain why the Patriots are so bad. And that's coming up right after this. What's this? It's Pickmas! Right now, PrizePicks is giving away a free square on Christmas Day. All Kevin Durant has to do is score 1 point, and it's a win. But first, use my code 5points, and all first-time users on PrizePicks will receive an instant deposit match up to $100. We've been over this. If you deposit $69, PrizePicks will give you $69. Nice. What you do is pick 2 to 6 players and then decide if they will get more or less of their PrizePick projection. You can win 25 times your money on any entry. So we'll use the Durant Square on Christmas Day, but I like these early NFL plays this week. Let's go with Matt Stafford, Jake Browning, and Josh Allen all over their standard projections. LFG. You know what that stands for. PrizePicks is always running new and exciting promotions like Taco Tuesday, Demons and Goblins, and Flex Fridays, and more. It's Pickmas, baby. Your money is safe and can easily be withdrawn, and don't forget, these are the eligible states. So after this video, first-time users go to prizepicks.com or download the app from the link below and use my code 5points for a 100% deposit match up to $100. Again, that's promo code 5points on PrizePicks. New England Patriots fans, welcome to reality.
Oh my gosh, no!
You are no longer the cream of the crop, a juggernaut, an unstoppable, inevitable force. You're just like the rest of us now. In fact, you're lower than the rest of us. How does it feel to be rolling around in the slop with other pigs? I think we know the main reason the crazy train has fallen off the rails and crashed. It's not exactly a mystery. For 2 decades, Tom Brady was synonymous with success in Foxborough. 6 rings, a string of AFC East titles, and an almost perfect season in 2007. Yeah, you didn't think I'd forget to mention that. When Brady walked out the door, ushered out by Bill Belichick, so too left the Pats' chances of competing for a ring. Oh, but it's not that simple. There's more to it than a Hall of Fame quarterback stepping aside. It actually all starts at the line of scrimmage. During their dynasty, New England excelled in nurturing talent for their offensive line. A credit to former coach Dante Scarnecchia, complemented by Brady's skill in quick releases and reading intricate defensive setups. However, in the past couple of years, the Patriots revealed a significant weakness in their offensive line depth. Their once dominant rushing attack has fallen to just 25th in the NFL, coupled with a high rate of pressure allowed during passing plays. Tom Brady's pocket was typically clean, but in 2023, the Patriots' offensive line has become mediocre, allowing pressure on nearly a fifth of their dropbacks, a high rate for a team that likes to get rid of the ball quickly. Ezekiel Elliott was acquired to strengthen a running game aimed at easing Mac Jones' workload, yet they're only averaging 3.9 yards per carry through 14 games. However, Elliott's only averaging 3.6 yards per carry and hasn't posed a significant threat as a receiver, a skill that once defined his excellence during his early years with the Cowboys. And speaking of receiving options, the cupboard is essentially as bare as it gets. One of their big acquisitions from 2022, Devontae Parker, has caught just 27 passes for 308 yards, broken just 2 tackles, and has a drop rate of nearly 7%.
What happened on that deep ball on the last drive? It's like you got behind the coverage.
See, I don't know. What'd you see?
Not to mention a year ago, he finished last in the NFL in separation, getting just 1.7 yards of cushion per route run, according to Next Gen Stats. This year, he's really improved, getting 2.1 yards of separation. Good for second to last in the league, only ahead of Saints wideout, the perpetually injured Michael Thomas. This past offseason, Bill Belichick handed Juju Smith-Schuster a 3-year deal worth $25.5 million. And all he's done in 2023 is grab 29 passes for a total of 260 yards. He's also a real burner, getting 2.4 yards of separation per route run. I'm being sarcastic. That's not good. Next Gen Stats also measures yak, yards after catch, above expectation, and Smith-Schuster is 4th worst in the league at minus 0.7 yards, essentially meaning he can't break a tackle to save his goddamn life. Belichick has had to go out and find free agent wide receivers because he can't draft one for shit. Back in the early 2000s, he had a couple hits with David Givens and David Patton, who caught touchdowns in their Super Bowl victories and were quietly key cogs in their initial dynasty. He also found a hidden gem in quarterback-turned-receiver Julian Edelman, who became the MVP of Super Bowl 53 and bailed out Tom Brady with an incredible catch to keep the Pats alive in their 28-3 comeback. No, I can't go 5 minutes without mentioning that game. But in 2013, the Patriots could have spent a pick on Keenan Allen and instead opted to draft 2 other wide receivers, Aaron Dobson and Josh Boyce. If you've never heard of those names in your life, I don't blame you. They combined for fewer than 900 yards and just 4 touchdowns in their respective careers. The massive swing and miss at wide receiver was Arizona State's N'Keal Harry, the 32nd overall pick in 2019, who had just 600 yards and 4 touchdowns during a 3-season stint in New England. And just recently, 2023 rookie Kayshon Boutte has been, well, quite fittingly, cheeks this season, catching 2 balls for a total of 19 yards. In 2020, they invested a 3rd-round pick in tight end Devin Asiasi, who only managed to catch 2 passes during his time with the Patriots. In that same draft, they used another 3rd-round selection on tight end Dalton Keene, who performed better, securing 3 passes. Their choice to use a 2020 5th-round pick on kicker Justin Rohrwasser backfired due to a controversy surrounding a tattoo. He never even attempted a field goal in New England. And the running backs they drafted last season in 2022, Pierre Strong and Kevin Harris, have had underwhelming starts. Strong was traded to the Browns after just 10 carries as a rookie, while Harris currently goes up and down on the practice squad after a lackluster 52-yard season a year ago. I almost forgot to mention Tyquan Thornton, who was drafted in the 2nd round of the 2022 draft, ahead of George Pickens and Romeo Doubs, and has amassed just 56 yards this season. Undoubtedly, though, the standout miss from the 2020 draft was McCorkle Jones. However, the fact that he was the 15th overall pick and the limited options for quarterbacks available, guys like Kyle Trask, Davis Mills, or Ian Book, there's maybe some room for understanding the choice. I mean, come on, at least they didn't blow a top 3 pick on Zach Wilson or Trey Lance. Jones looked like he might be the heir to Tom Brady his rookie season, putting up more than respectable numbers and leading the Pats to a wildcard berth. But since then, Jones has fallen apart, and you can't really blame the weird situation at offensive coordinator in 2022 when defensive guru Matt Patricia was calling the plays. Bill O'Brien took over play calling this year, and Jones has gotten worse, getting benched on what feels like every other fucking game. And finally, he ceded the job to Bailey Zapp for what looks like an indefinite amount of time, until of course they can draft a new quarterback in 2024 and ruin him too. It's far too late for Bill Belichick to hand over the reins as de facto general manager. That change should have been made a long time ago, but the damage already been done. Belichick, the head coach, covered up Belichick, the GM. Oh, and Tom Brady, he covered up quite a bit too. Bill knew how to find defensive players. He still does. But it's 2023, not 2024. And New England can't get by scoring 13.3 points per game on offense no matter how much talent they acquire on the other side of the ball. It's no secret that Robert Kraft wants Belichick out more than he wants a happy ending at a shady spa in Florida. And Belichick probably wants out himself. The 71-year-old has compiled a record of 33-48 in the 5 years without Tom Brady as the starter in New England. The debate is over. With no apologies to Barry McCockiner, it's no longer a question that Brady was the key to Belichick's success, not the other way around. He's come around on that, and we all know. Bill will have a market next season, and he's got a chance to repair his legacy somewhere like Washington or Los Angeles or any other team with a coaching vacancy at the end of this season. His resume is too strong. The Pats need to start fresh at quarterback and head coach and should look into hiring an offensive mind. Someone like Lions OC Ben Johnson, or anyone who's not a Belichick disciple. New England currently holds the 2nd overall pick in the draft, behind just Chicago via Carolina. And if they don't totally fuck it up and the Panthers manage another win, the Patriots could have their pick of the litter in a talented quarterback class that includes Caleb Williams, Drake May, and Heisman winner Jaden Daniels. And of course, knowing the demographics in Boston, they will most assuredly use that pick on Bo Nix. He's a lunch pail guy, what can I say? First guy in, last guy out, a daughter dater. It's not likely to be a quick turnaround. Even outside of a quarterback, they desperately need to improve on what continues to be the slowest and most ineffective group of skill possession players the league has seen since the 2022 New England Patriots. They'll have to cut ties with Parker, who's due to make just $3.2 million in 2024, and hope that their rookie wide receiver Demario Douglas, who's currently their leading receiver with a staggering 443 yards, can take another step forward in year 2. Most of all, Patriots fans have to temper their expectations. Like I said at the start of this video, you're stuck with the rest of us now. You have a once-in-a-lifetime dynasty, twice actually, but your days of dominating the now competitive AFC East are over, and your annual trips to the AFC Championship are no more. And everyone but Pat fans agree with me when I say nobody, I mean nobody, feels sorry for you. And that's why the Patriots are so bad.
Doc, I have a question. With the Patriots' illustrious history of drafting, Francis, what makes you think they're going to even pick the right player, even if you have the #1 pick?
Well, I appreciate you calling us illustrious. You are very spot on for that. The rest of you can kiss my ass. But, Doctor, one of the things I asked Santa for this year was, in addition to a new quarterback, a new GM. We get that. And this idiot's point is a moot point.